Hello and welcome to that Eurovision site. I'm Angus and today I'm joined by Left, who is competing at Festival da Canção with his beautiful Volto tea. First of all, how are you?
Hello, Angus. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. I'm doing very well. How about you?
Also good. Thank you for asking. Good to hear that you're also doing well. So, for let's just start with the basic question. For me and many people who watch Eurovision or even Festival da Canção, you'll be a new name. So, could you please tell us a bit about yourself and your music?
For sure. So I've been making music for a while now in many different scenarios. So either for my own artistic projects or producing and composing for other people, working at the studio. So yeah, I started out maybe 10 years ago releasing my own music as Anthony Left. That was like an indie folk project back at the time. And meanwhile, I've been going as just Left and releasing mostly in English, music in English. But recently, I've took on the challenge of starting to release music in my own language, in Portuguese, and this year will be dedicated to that. But yeah, that's my career in small lines. I don't know if you're interested in knowing more details.
I think some of the other details will come up. So actually, let's dig into one of them right now. So you already mentioned that your artist name, your stage name, evolved, but Left is a very interesting stage name to settle on in the. Anyway, so what's the story behind picking that name?
Right. So there are a couple of ways of going about it. So you want like the easy answer or you want the complex philosophical answer?
I studied philosophy, so go with the
Wow.
complicated one.
Okay, we're friends already. So I like the fact that it means a lot of stuff at the same time. So left is a direction, but is also the fact of leaving or being left. Also, left is what is not right. So it's the contrast between something being right and being left. And I also appreciate that it means that it's kind of a prophecy for me that one day I'll leave permanently, so left. I don't know, it means a lot of stuff and I appreciate it that way. Like it's a bit abstract, I realize that, but I like that it's very like nuanced.
I mean that's definitely one of the better stories I've heard behind the band name because so many of them are just like, yeah, we just pick something out. So
I'm also left-handed. Yeah.
another good reason. Um, I mean, as you know already said, like you're very like also interested in meaning and everything. A lot of people don't understand Portuguese, so could you maybe tell us a bit about what your song is about?
Yes, for sure. So my song is a narrative about a breakup in which on the first verse there is just this realization that the relationship is going well and the two people are in love and they're living together, and then the chorus, it's like it's a statement of love. If I leave, I will come back to you. But then in the second verse, something goes wrong, and clearly these people are now apart. And then the chorus that comes back again, it gains a different meaning. Is like it's more desperate. Is well, please just call me, and I will go back to you. So it's becomes more dramatic. And in the end, I go to the realization that I will not come back to this person. So there's this kind of a twist that even with the heartbreak and all the pain, the good the best decision is to not go back. So basically that's the song.
Yeah, also I mean the music that you play alongside it is just really works with that. Like that's something I already felt just before I even translate the lyrics, sort of this gentle heartbreak throughout the song, which is something I always really appreciate in music, gentle heartbreak. Um, so you're one of the artists from Festival da Canção who went into it through the open call. What made you decide to apply, and what was it like to be picked?
I applied because I've been involved with the festival for a few years now, either as producer or just knowing a lot of people that go there, friends, fellow musicians, and it's a very exciting format. And I have always wanted to step on that stage. And since I'm now going on this Portuguese phase, I thought, well, why not this year and just try it? And I kind of send the song, as everybody does, just like, let's see, no real expectations. But then I got the call, you're in, Antonio, congratulations. And it was very like, oh my God, okay, this is real. And I'm still on that this is real process until I guess I step on the stage. It will be like that. Just a bit of nerve-wracking mixed with excitement and curiosity.
That's great. So as you also just said, you've worked with uh people that also have been at Festival da Canção. You've worked with Ines Apenas recently. You worked with Diogo Pizarra. You also worked with interval acts such as Rita Red Shoes. Just like
Mm.
half of the big names in the Portuguese music industry, at least the way it looks to me. Have any of them given you advice on how to approach the festival?
Mm. Uh, Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, no, Inês is a big friend of mine, and she's given me a lot of advice. Like she's a very also outspoken person, so she made sure like don't go and read out the comments and just don't get into the craziness of people's opinions. That was a good one. Although I did meanwhile, and it's okay. And yeah, just focus on your performance and all of that. Edmundo as well. I produced his song. Edmundo Inácio. He did
Yeah.
last year. I produced that song, and he was also very supportive of me. Like, hey, it's your turn, go for it. So that was cool. Yeah, people have been showing me support. Uh, I'm I'm happy that I'm surrounded by nice people that appreciate my work.
Um, so yeah, speaking of your work and just the entire structure around it, who would you say are some of your musical inspirations?
Well, a lot of them. I would say most of them are international. Um, I love, for example, Chet Baker. His style of, he's a classic, he's a legend, and his style of either using his voice and his instrument, the trumpet, like for me, always was a very, very big reference. And then I'm also a sucker for, good pop music like Post Malone. Um, it's just nice names out there. And then the most subtle, intimate stuff like Bon Iver, Ben Howard was a very big influence on me, starting my career. Yeah, some names. Yeah,
Some great picks, if I say so myself.
thank you.
So as you already said, you're now starting to focus, at least this year, on music in Portuguese, but previously you wrote almost exclusively in English. What made you decide to make that change?
So um, I guess I've been experimenting with Portuguese the last like 6 years. I've been composing for other people and working with other people in Portuguese and in Portugal. So during that time, I kind of realized that it's a very important step for me to be able to express my art through my own language and my words. Like I'm closer to my expression than I am in English, although I'm more comfortable writing in English. Like it's a bit ironic, but it's a process that I know I want to go through. And, it comes with all the caveats of maybe confusing my audience. Like this is something I've been dealing with all my life. I get bored very easily as well. So, I don't want to be doing the same thing over and over and over and over. So and I want to play gigs in Portugal. Like this is a project that I really want to get over with. Well, not over with, but you know what I mean. And but that doesn't mean I'll stop writing in English. For sure, I'll continue to release music in English in the future. It's just now I'm focused in the Portuguese one.
Nice, very nice. So quickly to come back to Festival da Canção, obviously you still have some time to prepare, and I know you maybe can't say anything, but is there anything you can tell us already about what you want your performance to look like?
Sure. As you know, I cannot give much away. This is for legal reasons. But so I really want to bring my own universe into the stage. So I can guarantee you that I will not be just singing into a microphone and staring at the camera. That's not the point for me. So yeah, I'm trying to my song is very narrative, as a very narrative approach to it, and I want to bring that onto the stage. Like I want to tell a story, and I really hope it works. I really do.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Of course, Festival da Canção is its own massive thing, but it's also the Portuguese national final for Eurovision. What would winning Festival da Canção and going to Eurovision mean to you?
It would be surreal, honestly. I've been joking around, like when I get this question, I always say, yeah, I'm going to Sweden. I don't care, I'm going, like joking around, but now it's getting it just feels like a dream, like that possibility. So I'm not over focusing on it. But well, if it ends up happening, it's gonna be a like one once in a lifetime experience, like word beyond words, I would say, just being, especially in Sweden, just like such a big place for pop music in Europe generally, like such a stage. It's daunting, the idea, but it would be amazing.
And speaking of Eurovision, Portugal has a long and proud history in the contest. What would you say is your favorite Eurovision entry from Portugal?
I'm gonna have to say Maru with Saudade 2 years ago. I'm a big fan of her music, and her career in general, what she's doing abroad, and she's just a big inspiration generally. But yeah, I would say Maru. Of course, Salvador's song is iconic, and um, but that would be my pick.
A very good pick. We're slowly coming to the end of the interview, so just very quickly, what song of yours would you recommend people listen to if they want to hear more of your music?
Hmm. I would say go listen to Whiplash. That's a song I released maybe, yeah, a year ago or so, a bit more. I'm not sure now. But yeah, it's one of my favorite singles. It's like upbeat indie pop. And I think it's just a very nice, catchy song, and I'm very proud of it. Um, yeah, I would say go listen to Whiplash.
And looking ahead, you're currently working towards releasing your next album, which I believe is called Limbo. What can we
Nice.
expect from the album?
Exactly. It's called Limbo, and it's also kind of a crazy endeavor in the sense that I want it to be an interactive experience. It's kind of a game album game, whatever. So I will be releasing music and giving choices to people so that you can either listen to music X or Y. It's like all the album is based around the concept of choosing. For example, this song Volto, it's part of the album, and it's one of the options of a breakup. You could either break up or choose to break up or not to break up, and you will go to one song or the other. So that's the big concept around it, and I'm just curious to see how people react. I think it's gonna be fun.
I mean, I'm very interested already. I genuinely cannot wait. So so yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Is there anything you would like to say to the people watching this interview?
I would say check out my art, my music. It's a pleasure to be here and talk about it. Like, I have a good life, so in order that I can do this, so it's cool. So thank you all for allowing that. And yeah, just stay in touch. I'm left.mp3 at Instagram. That's my handle. And Spotify just left with a dot in the end. That really helps people getting there. Sometimes they get lost. And yeah, check me out on Festival. I think it's going to be a fun performance. And check out the rest of the crew, the artists. We have a nice lineup this year.
Definitely. Thank you so much. So yeah, Left is performing in the first semi-final Festival da Canção, which is February 24th. If you are in Portugal, you can vote for him and get him to the final, and then in the final get him to Eurovision. So get on it. Thank you so much.
Exactly.
Bye.
Thank you, Angus. This was amazing. Bye bye.